Well, I understand why students would be asking what the workload is like. It's a really common question because a lot of high school students they look ahead to college and they wonder, will I be able to keep up? Will I be able to handle it? And probably good for me to explain a little bit about how this works. Our Trinity College classes, each one of the classes is a 3 credit hour class, which means that for each one of the classes, you will be in class for 3 hours a week. And that could be 1 hour each, Monday, Wednesday, or Friday. It could be an hour and a half, Tuesday and Thursday, or some other configuration of classes. But any which way you do it, it's going to be a total of 3 hours per class. So that's a total of 15 hours of class time for students who are enrolled in all 5 of the bridge year classes. Now, from there, I give our professors guidance and I ask them to assign up to 2 hours, not necessarily totaling this much, but up to 2 hours of homework outside of class for every 1 hour of time spent in class. So that would total 6 hours of homework for each 3 credit hour class. If you're taking 5 classes, then that's 30 hours of homework with 15 hours in class. It's a total of 45 hours. That's a full time job. Now, I think in reality, most classes, most students probably don't end up with that much homework every single week. One of those classes, any one of those classes could take up to that much time, but I don't know that every student is experiencing that much homework in every class every single week. But we plan on that, and I ask our professors to plan on assigning that much homework. And but the individual student, depending on how quickly they work, how quickly they read, how quickly they write, that's all going to make a difference in terms of what their actual workload is like each week. Now, to put this in perspective, though, we want students to have a vibrant life outside of class. So we want them to have a real sturdy academic life, to be doing homework and learning those kinds of things, but also to be involved in the church. One of our mottos for Trinity College is that Trinity College is where student life is church life. And we are very eager for our students to be involved in church life. And that means participating in one on one discipleship, participating in small groups, joining our young adult group Thrive, serving in lots of different ways. So we're eager for students to be able to do that. And most of our students work. So many of them work at Chick-fil-A or have some other job. They might work 15 to 20 hours a week. And they all do manage to keep up a pretty lively social calendar that includes pickleball and movie nights and whatever else they want to do. Lots of that kind of thing that's going on. So I would say that our students, in terms of the actual hours that are involved, our students have wonderfully full lives. There's a lot going on that they're able to participate in, but it's not killing them, right? They are able to manage the workload. Now, having said all that, I think it's also important, especially that upcoming high school students understand this is college. And so we are expecting our students to work at a higher level than they've done before. We try to prepare our students over the summer with a summer reading list. So we will give our students a book list to read over the summer, and then we have kind of a boot camp orientation that happens in the couple days right before the fall semester begins. We want our students to be prepared for what they're about to experience. But it will be a step up. And even if you had a really rigorous and robust high school experience, look, if you go and then college is a step down for you in terms of your workload, then maybe you picked the wrong college. Like, what are you paying for, really? So we want to challenge our students and help them continue the growth that they experienced in high school by pressing on to greater academic achievement, by learning how to read broadly, to synthesize lots of different ideas in their thinking, to write well, to deliver persuasive speeches, as well as manage a real student life that has them involved in lots of different things in the church and in their social life. We're eager to help them with that. And so we'll talk a lot with our students about how to do that, how to manage that time well. So we look forward to having those conversations with you. Hopefully that helps give you an idea of what the workload is like at Trinity College. As always, if you have other questions about this or other topics, I would be thrilled if you reached out, and I would love for us to have a consultation together. We'll get on a phone call or Zoom and talk about any questions that you may have. There's also a lot more information you can find on our website, trinitycollegelou.com, or on our YouTube channel. A lot more videos like this one, youtube.com/at Trinity College Lou. And so hopefully you can find answers there to any questions that you have. But if you don't see what you're looking for there, reach out to me. I'd love to talk. And one last idea is if you want to get an idea of what the workload is like in Trinity College, join us for a campus visit. Now, you can do that in person by coming here to Trinity College and spending a day or two with us. We would love for you to sit in on as many different classes as you would like to join, or join us for a virtual class visit. Join us over Zoom, and you can see what the classroom is actually like, what the reading lists are like, what the discussions are like, what the homework is like, even some of the quizzes and tests, what we get into there. I think it'd be a great way to learn more about us. So, trinitycollegelou.com. Look forward to hearing from you.